Today, the Lions make their first city title appearance since they were beaten by Dunbar back in 1989. And Dunbar makes his third appearance in 5 years since that game.
TV7 Sports is proud to present the Giant Food City Title Basketball Championship. Now, live from Cole Fieldhouse in College Park, Maryland, the championship game.
Welcome back to Cole Fieldhouse and the championship game of the 1993 Giant Food City Title Basketball Championships. The 32-1 Dunbar Crimson Tide meets the 25-5 Carroll Lions. Hello, everyone. I'm Rennie, not Crimson Tide. Not quite an easy thing to say sometimes. We're getting set right now for the championship ball game. The two teams made it this far by winning their respective tournaments. Last week, Dunbar took care of Anacostia in the finals to win the DCIAA championship. While on the other side of the court, we have the team from the Metro Conference tournament. They won their game very easily. No problem whatsoever. The Carroll Lions advanced into this ball game. Joining me now is my play-by-play partner, Scott Garceau. Scott, you've had a chance to visit with the people from Dunbar. You know what type of game plan they're going to play. What can we look forward to?
Well, interesting enough, I mean, all we need to say about Dunbar, they've won 28 straight. So, you know, they're on a roll and playing with all the confidence in the world. But they're a team that can get it and go. They can get into a track meet with you, but they can also adjust. They can switch up defenses and play a zone, which they did when they won the championship game against Anacostia. So they can give you some different looks. They've got some great talent. Nathan Langley's probably one of the 3 best players in the city. Langley, 6'3" senior forward, averaging 22 a game, and we're going to see a lot of good things from him. The other guy you look for on the outside is Claude Green. He can beat that zone defense. He's a great shooter. 6'3" senior guard, averaging just under 18 points a game. So they've got the weapons. They've got speed. They can hit the boards. They're talented, and that's why you win 28 in a row, I guess.
One of the things that we're probably going to see a lot of in this game, which we did not see that much of in the other game, are the quality athletes. There are more athletes with height playing in this ball game than played in our previous game between Good Counsel and Anacostia.
Yeah, the quality players on both ends. I think if you look just at pure raw athletic talent, Dunbar probably has a little bit of an edge.
We've seen the players that are going to do the job for Dunbar. Mike Cairns is standing by on the other side of the court to tell us about the guys from Carroll.
Thanks, Rennie. Carroll Holmes and the 25-5 Lions come into this city title game. And a couple of guys you really have to pay attention to. Carroll's guy has a guy who can do it all. And when you look down low, look no further than Marquise Newby, the 6'5" senior forward, averaging 17 points, 9 rebounds. And, of course, the guy that gets him the basketball, the always explosive and exciting Kelly Taylor, the 6'2" junior guard, averaging 16 points a game. Had a chance to speak to Carroll Holmes real quickly on this basketball game. If Marquise Newby can control the boards down low, Kelly Taylor can get the offense revved up. Dunbar's always scared about starting slow, and if Carroll can counteract that slow start with a couple of points, put him in the hole early, we may see a pretty good basketball game. Rennie and Scott?
Okay, Mike, one thing we can say about the team from Carroll High School, very competitive. Twice in this past week, they beat Good Counsel and make it into this game. When we come back, you'll get to see them in action against Dunbar, as we'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off of the game. We'll take a break right now.
The Giants in the second game of the 1993 Giant Food City Title Basketball Championship. Introducing the starting lineup for today's championship game between Dunbar, the visiting team, Crimson Tide of Dunbar. Number 11, a 6' senior guard, Lorenzo Roach. Let's make that a 6'3" senior guard, number 15, Claude Green. For the Carroll Lions, a 6' junior guard, number 12, Tony Parham. The 6'3" senior forward, number 22, Nathan Langley. The 6'2" junior guard, number 22, Kelly Taylor. The 6' senior guard, number 25, Earl Tyson. The 6'5", senior forward, number 23, Philip Savoy. 6'6", senior center, number 31, Frank Chambers. 6'5", senior forward, number 31, Marquise Newby. 6'6", junior center, number 34, Roland Williams. 6'5", junior center, number 32, Michael Brown. The head coach at Dunbar, Michael McLeese. The head coach at Carroll, Carroll Holmes. Again, welcome to WJLA TV 7 Sports and the first ever live television coverage of this event. Scott Gorseau, Rennie Knott, and Michael Cairns are the announcers. To sing our national anthem from the Duke Ellington School of Music, Melita Carson.
Testing. Testing. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great job on our national anthem. The referees for this afternoon's city title game. Terry McCauley's your referee. The umpires are Sean Hall and Dave Funk. Well, the crowd ready for this one, and so are we. Dunbar, winners of 28 straight. They're 32-1 on the year. The DC IAA champions against the Metro Conference champion, the Carroll Lions, 25-5 on the season.
Say, Scott, I'm going to go on a limb right now and say that this game is going to be higher scoring than the last one and a faster-paced ball game. Both teams have the athletes that can run the court.
You're going
guys
way
that
out.
can fly.
You're going way out on the limb
Hey,
now.
I can do that.
12-11 halftime of the first game.
I say that'll be our first quarter score at least.
Okay. In our opening game, Anacostia Indians came from behind to win 46-44 in overtime. Dunbar in the dark uniforms. The Carroll Lions in right. We're ready to go. A couple of number 31s, Newby and Chambers. Jump, tap control by Carroll. Shot off the mark. Newby rebounds up.
There he is.
Marquise Newby averaging 17 points, 9 rebounds a game. He's a dandy.
The matchup to watch in this one is Newby up against Nathan Langley. Right there, number 22, sweet move.
Langley comes right back and answers, and we're tied at 2. Just underway. city title game coming to you live from Cole Fieldhouse. Carroll with the basketball. We've got a whistle and a turnover.
First turnover of the ball game. Just kind of dribbled the ball on the out-of-bounds line there. And
set the Dunbar backcourt for you. Number 25, that's Earl Tyson, the point guard. Fires from three, no good. Newby rebounds for the Lions. Tony Parham cross court. There's a three on the way. Whoa. Philip Savoy. Savoy from downtown, and Carroll leads at 5-2.
now, if Carroll is able to do that, successful throughout this ball game, that's going to open up things down low for Marcus Newby, because he's going to pull the defense to the outside.
Earl Tyson rebounds his own miss and scores 5-4. So rapid pace here in the early going. Parham drives. We've got a whistle and a foul as Parham flies down, hits the court hard.
Feet getting tangled up down low.
Foul against Claude Green. Not a shooting foul, so Kelly Taylor inbounds, comes back to Tony Parham. Parham, a 6-foot junior. Division I possibilities, the college scouts say. This is Philip Savoy. Savoy is going to play football in Colorado. He came back from a broken wrist, had 23 Tuesday, including 6 threes. So he's found his range, hit a three already. Oh, nearly a travel there. Get it back down inside to Savoy. Savoy to Newby, good ball movement. And then foul as Michael Brown got hammered, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
The key to good ball movement is patience and vision. On that play right there, you saw the guys not only looking at their first player, they're looking at the second guy. Look how quickly the ball was moved around. The hard foul down low. We get another chance at making 2 points from the line.
So some impressive passing from the Carroll Lions. Michael Brown, a 6'5 junior, averaging 10 a game. Get a good look at Michael. He gets ready to shoot 2. His team up 5-4, just underway. And that one not very pretty.
You notice right off the bat, looking at the players here, they're much taller in this ball game than in the last one. Several players standing over 6'5" on the Carroll team alone. 3 players at 6'5". And of course, on the other side of the court, Dunbar has players 6'6".
So Brown takes the collar, missed them both. And now Dunbar with a chance to get the lead. Work it inside. It's knocked out of bounds. They'll retain possession. Langley and Tyson with the 2 field goals, and now we've got a timeout call. Exactly 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. It's Carroll 5, Dunbar 4, and we'll return to Cole Fieldhouse right after this. Good afternoon, as Anacostia nipped good counsel 46-44 in overtime. Here it's 5-4 Carroll, early going. Tyson nearly lost it. Now we've got a whistle and a foul. Fouls against Kelly Taylor.
Notice right now off the bat, neither team wants the other guy to kind of take the upper hand on them as far as showing him off on the dribble. Watch the dribble there. Ooh, looks like a very quick hand. He must have gotten him just on the wrist as he went to pull the ball up for a shot.
Earl Tyson at the line, hits the first of 2. Tyson with 3 points. He's averaging about 16.5 a game. Got them both. 6-5, Dunbar leads by 1. Long pass up court, nearly doesn't get to Taylor. He drives, pulls up, tapped up, no good. Rebound, up and in. Basket by Michael Brown.
Watch the number of players that end up above the rim on the rebounds. That time you had 4 guys who had their hands over the 10-feet rim.
That's a 3 on the way off the mark, an air ball, and out of bounds. Nathan Langley hit nothing that time.
You won't see that happen very often.
Now Carroll pushing it up. Had to double clutch. That shot no good. Brown rebounds. It's poked away. Tyson up with it.
Both teams trying to get off to a fast pace here, pushing the ball up and down the court.
Langley in traffic. Still on. Banks it home.
You can't defend too many plays like that. Quick down on the other end and 2 points for Carroll.
Right back. Kelly Taylor with his first 2. It's back and forth. Racehorse basketball. Carroll on top, 9-8.
As I like to say, Scott, sometimes a good offense makes for a pretty good defense.
And a 3 off the mark, rebounded Claude Green. And now Green with the steal. Green up to Tyson. And an offensive foul.
I think we can give an Academy Award on that play right there.
Well, it worked. Tony Parham got the call. 9-8 Carroll on top, 4:46 to play in the first quarter, and here could be trouble. Good hustle as Parham runs it down. Takes it out, three-pointer on the way, and it won't go. Brown doing a good job on the board. His shot won't go. Newby's got it.
Great move. Great move. That's the difference right there in this ball game. The height, the players are able to go up for the ball down low and keep it alive. Second chance basket.
Marquise Newby has 4. As he hits the offensive boards, he is quick and athletic in there. Claude Green, that's a 3. Claude Green with the first 3 for Dunbar, and now back the other way. Newby inside. Counts the basket and a foul.
Newby playing it up to the crowd right now. He wants to get everybody into it. He's definitely a primetime player. Watch the move here down low. Off the replay, gets the ball. Takes it strong off the glass and in.
Rennie, we've got more points right now than we had at halftime of the first game.
Was I wrong? What did I tell you?
That wasn't a tough prediction.
Notice Newby kind of wears the socks like Walt Williams did when he played here for the Terrapins.
He's got the screen stripe on him.
All the way up to the knees.
Newby with 7 points now. He's 3 of 3 from the floor. 14-11.
Now this could be a showcase for Newby.
Claude Green, it won't go. Green, left side jumper. Can't get it to fall.
Third chance.
Oh! Big time block from Michael Brown.
Take that out of here. The defense from Nathan Langley all over his man right there.
Newby's got it. Savoy inside to Newby. Misses inside, and Dunbar control. Dunbar down 3, 14-11. It's been a great first quarter. And they
Very
throw
fast.
away. Tyson a little too strong as he tried to lead Nathan Langley.
They're keeping the action constant in this one. There's no slowing down with the ball. Teams are going right back at each other. Just like 2 heavyweight boxers, each one's going for that knockout punch early.
Michael McLeese up. How about that block from Michael Brown?
Oh,
Wow.
that was a knockout.
That'll make you think twice before you put another one up. Carroll with the basketball and a 3-point lead. 3:10 to play in the first quarter. That's Brown with it in the corner, cross court. Shot on the way and good. Kelly Taylor. Taylor has 4. It's 16-11.
Dunbar was concerned that time with keeping an eye on Marcus Newby. That allowed the man to get the outside shot.
Reggie Taylor in the corner to Lorenzo Roach, who's checked in. Now the pass stolen away. Tony Parham coming in a hurry. He's got Newby. And Newby's got the ball knocked out of his hands, but a foul against Dunbar as Lorenzo Roach came in. Made a quick move, but he got some arm.
Here's the replay. Credit the defender for being able to come back around and stop that play. That would have been 2 quick and easy ones for Marquise Newby. Let him go to the line and try to earn them. And sometimes free throws could be a lot harder than shooting from anywhere else on the court.
So Newby with 7 points back at the line. Officials run down the basketball as it kind of strayed away here down at the far end.
Now, earlier I mentioned that this could be a showcase for Marcus Newby. With all of his honors, he has yet to decide on a college to attend next year, and maybe this is a chance for him to let everyone see his talents, and maybe he'll get a big one following this one.
Averaging 22 a game. He has also been selected for the Capital Classic All-Star game. And Newby 3 of 3 from the line, has 9 points. Carroll on a 7-0 run has opened up an 18-11 lead. 2:45 to play in quarter one. Carroll on top by 7. Toyota Newby off in a hurry here for the Carroll Lions. He scored 9 points in the first quarter.
Take a look at the play right here on defense. Marquise Newby guarding his man, and look at the big block right there from out of nowhere.
Michael Brown. And now right back to live action. Tyson. Jumper on the way, won't go. Offensive board won't go. Tapped up again. Dunbar banging on the boards. The ball still loose, out of bounds.
Aggressive playing there. Very aggressive down low. Even though the ball is down on the court, the guys are diving all over the place, not just letting it get away.
Donald Coates is checked in now for Carroll, number 25, and with the basketball is Stanley Neal. No relation to Curley.
Although they do dribble similar.
Donald Coates has it poked away by Tyson. And Tyson
Showtime.
Breakaway. Oh, bad showtime.
Oh.
And a foul by Claude Green, I believe, for Dunbar. Tyson had an easy lay-in and simply missed it.
He tried to just flip it over the lip of the rim, didn't get it up high enough, ended up going off the rim, missing completely. All season long, Dunbar has had trouble with getting off to the slow start, something you don't want to do against Carroll, because Carroll will go for the throat, try to capitalize. Moving the ball in right now to Marquise Newby.
Newby got hammered in there.
Count it.
Still scored.
Prime time. The man is a prime time player.
Newby has 11. 20-11, a 9-point lead for the Carroll Lions, the Metro Athletic Conference champions, on a 10-0 run. Reggie Taylor on the dribble. And we got a 5-second call. Another turnover for the Crimson Tide.
Credit that one to the pressure defense. The man on the point kept his guy from penetrating. If you do not cross the 5-second line there, going to turn the ball over without ever passing the ball or even giving it away.
Carroll brings it up with a 9-point lead. Stanley Neal up on top to Savoy, back to Neal.
They put Langley on Newby now.
Well, they haven't been able to stop him so far. He's so quick inside.
Probably going to try to match athlete against athlete under that circumstance.
Now Parham has it stripped away. And here come the Crimson Tide. Left side jumper won't go. And Carroll up with it. Savoy. Going to back it down. Now he goes down low to Coates. Open and can't get it to fall. Tipped up, no good. Newby with a tip. Still battling in there. He's so What effort. What effort by Marquise Newby.
His ability to hit the court and get back up in the air is just incredible. It did not take him very long to keep that ball alive. He just kind of bounced on his toes.
An 11-0 run, and Newby has 13 points. It's a 22-11 lead. Tyson throws up a runner, no good. We'll get another shot, and two. Basket by Nathan Langley.
Nathan Langley, he's the other player in this ball game. It's the other primetime man to look out for on the defensive end. He is matching up against Marquise Newby now. As I said before, athlete against athlete, and let the two go one-on-one for a while.
15 seconds left in the first quarter. Looks like Carroll's going to hang on for the last shot here. Parham gives it up. Kelly Taylor back to Parham. 4 seconds. Going to have to throw something up, and just throws up a desperation shot. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. So the Carroll Lions get the best of it behind 13 points for Marquise Newby. We played one. Carroll 22, Dunbar 13. Second quarter just underway. Inbound pass nearly stolen away. 22-13 Carroll. Dunbar with it.
Whoa.
Got it knocked out. Michael Brown.
That is that height again, working down low. Michael Brown, 6'5", junior center for the Carroll Lions. Look at the replay here. It comes out of nowhere. A full palm on the ball to knock it out of bounds.
And he's coming back to play next year, Jessica Jr. Tyson from 3. And Carroll rebounds, but a walk as Savoy took a couple of little steps in there, and they'll turn it back to Dunbar.
Pretty much came down off balance, couldn't get his feet.
Langley, a little trouble getting it in, flips it back to Roach.
Putting double teams on Langley down low to prevent him from doing anything. Look at that. 4 Carroll players around Langley when he put that shot up.
Still got it off, but no dice.
Langley with the full court press.
Tony Parham, the 6-foot junior.
It pays off. Showtime.
Langley has 8, and that one got the spectators.
That got the crowd working. That got them going.
22-15. Now Tyson goes for the steal. Parham draws the foul, and a nice smart play. Got the defender up in the air, drew the foul, and then had a good chance to hit the shot.
Langley so far in this game, 8 points. This is what he could do. The quick hands with the steal goes in, and then it's showtime, baby. Airborne for the two-hand jam, and a little bit of excitement at the end of that one.
Yeah, he showed a little emotion.
That's what you need in this ball game. He got the crowd into it for Dunbar by doing that slam dunk, brought his team just 2 points closer there.
Now Tony Parham at the line to shoot a couple. First one, no good. 7:08 to play in the second quarter. This is the Giant Food City title game. Look at Coach Mike McLeese looking on. These guys fell behind 22-13 after one, and Parham missed them both. Battle for the rebound. It's loose and controlled by Carroll, and we got a foul.
You can already see that the players are going at it. We're only into the second quarter of this ball game. They're already being very, very competitive down low. They're pushing, they're shoving, they're being physical.
7th team foul against Dunbar, so they're over the limit. And at the free throw line is Michael Brown.
Quite simply, Dunbar needs to get hot on offense. They just need to get those second, third shot attempts down low.
They got the people to do it, but Michael Brown has been kind of clogging up on the defensive end with those blocks. Brown misses the front end of the 1-and-1. So here come the Crimson Tide. They're down 7. Remember, Dunbar with a 28-game win streak. Langley from 3 won't go, but Tyson rebounds and missed the lay-in. Tyson has missed 2 lay-ins now.
Early in the ball game, maybe they're not accustomed to playing here at Cole Fieldhouse. The shots are just a little bit off for Dunbar. Dunbar only shot 29% in the first quarter, 5 of 17. They're down by 7. They definitely need to improve on that. Here's a look at the replay. You see the moves down low, the second effort, and watch how many bodies are down there in white jerseys for Carroll. 4 players underneath to create something for their team to get the ball going the other way. This time they got the foul there.
Only the second team foul against Carroll. It was against Michael Brown. And the free throws aren't dropping as Chambers misses.
You got to get the free ones. You got to get the free ones.
Dunbar 2 of 3 from the line. And the second one hops in. Pressure in the backcourt. That's Brown with it. Trying to get it back to his point guard, Tony Parham. Parham double teamed, and it's stolen away.
Showtime.
Here goes Tyson. And he drops this one in.
He got up a little higher that time when he went to the rim.
Savoy tries to get it down to Newby. He does, and he drops it in for 2. Nothing fancy, just went in and dropped it in.
Best way to answer a quick point on one end is to take it back the other side and score off the fast break. 15 points for Marquise Newby so far in this ball game. He also has 5 rebounds.
This is Tyson off glass and in. Tyson now has 8. Now a long pass up court, grabbed by Savoy, the football player, and he scores.
Played a little defensive back on that play there to go up and get that ball and bring it down.
Good hang time on that pass. 26-20.
The only problem with Dunbar right now on defense, they're pressuring the ball on one end of the court, leaving just one player back. Carroll is getting that long pass, which is going over everyone, and they're getting a quick bucket on the other end.
This is Langley down on the baseline, and he's fouled. Philip Savoy got him. First against him. 13 foul against the Lions. And there you see Coach Mike McLeese. And now we've got a timeout. 5:42 to play in the second quarter. It's Carroll 26, Dunbar 20. We're playing in the city title game.
Second quarter of the city title game. The Carroll Lions ahead of Dunbar 26-20 at this time. That's John Sawhill, general manager of WJLA TV, one of the people responsible for helping put this game on. Much more of our VIPs sitting courtside watching the action here between Carroll and Dunbar. They're seeing quite the ball game, much faster pace than it was for our first game, which had a halftime score of 12-11.
Langley has it stolen away. The ball came loose. Now Langley nearly got it back. Savoy up court to Brown. Taylor for three.
Yes.
Taylor has 7.
A very complete team in Carroll, able to do it from the outside and the inside. They've already hit 2 3-pointers in this ball game. What has the pressure defense been for Dunbar in this game so far? They have created 7 turnovers, and of those turnovers, they've scored 8 points, which is one of the reasons why they're still in this game.
Well, if Kelly Taylor can do that, you know,
no pressure is going to beat that thing.
Well, what it's going to do too is open things up inside for Marcus Newby.
Yes.
Marquise Newby.
Actually, Marquise Newby is while they're getting that shot outside because the defense is collapsing down low to watch out for him. Strong move by Langley.
Couldn't get it to fall, and Carroll rebounds. 9-point lead. They've got the ball. 5:10 to play in the second quarter.
One thing you notice about Dunbar, they don't seem to be in desperation yet. I think they know that something's going to happen for them eventually in this game.
Good ball movement. They got it inside to Newby, and he draws the foul.
Take a look at the replay. To get the ball low, the Marquise Newby. You see 2 players try to collapse on him. Newby really didn't have a shot there. He was far underneath the basket. The foul was committed. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And Marquise finally missed. He was 3 of 3 from the line, 15 points in the game. Newby averaging 17 points, 9 rebounds a game. Had a 48-point game earlier this year. And he draws the collar 0 for 2. Tyson brings it up for the Crimson Tide. In traffic, and he draws the foul.
Now, I spoke earlier in the ball game about these players not wanting to be shown up by anyone. What you have out here are playground players. If you're going to come inside, one rule of the playground, you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit hard. You'll notice every time it goes in, there's a lot of arms are flying around. Players are getting the hard fouls in this game.
Well, Michael Brown said hello to him that time. That's 2 on Mike.
Brown, of course, had that big block shot in the first quarter.
Tyson, the top scorer on Dunbar's side. He now has 10 points. And here comes a change for Carroll. Michael Brown sits down as he's replaced by Donald Coates. So that's 6-5 for 6-5. And Tyson hits them both. Double team, and they get it up court. Taylor over to Parham. 29-22, Carroll on top. And there's a 5-second call.
That pressure defense paying off again. You saw the turnovers earlier in the game. This time, keep them from penetrating beyond the 5-second line. They'll get the ball for Dunbar.
8th turnover for Carroll. That pressure will wear you down. That may start to pay even more dividends in the second half.
Dunbar plays that pressure pretty well, though.
Langley got the shot, but couldn't hit it.
You've yet to see Dunbar really create a foul on that. He's got a turnover again.
Tyson steal and went for the 3. Off the mark. Offensive board up, no good. That's finally controlled by Carroll. Coates has it, and he's fouled by Langley. It's the 8th team foul against Dunbar.
Take a look at the replay right here. They're going to keep fighting down low for this one. Once, twice, 3 times. You see the elbows being thrown. Langley just stuck a hand in there. Got a wrist on it. Creating the foul.
Durrett had a good shot. Leonard Durrett, who's come in for Dunbar, got the offensive rebound, but couldn't get it to go. Now Donald Coates says Carroll will try to take advantage of the free throw situation, and he can't. Missed the front end of the 1-and-1.
The pace is somewhat slowing down now. The players, I think, have got a feel for what they want to do. They're trying to set their offenses up.
Here's Tyson, lost it. Coates up with it, got a man wide open.
Get the popcorn.
Taylor.
Showtime.
Kelly Taylor with the slam after Coates came up with the steal. 31-22. Carroll is 0 for 6 from the free throw line here in the second quarter.
I think as long as they can get the shots from the field to go, they'll take 0-4s at the line. The 31-22 ball game at this point.
Roach fakes the 3, dishes off to Langley, and he travels.
Just left his tiptoes on that play.
Well, a defender stepped in, and now we're going to take a look at the
Here's
slam
a view from the slam cam. This is how you do it, folks. You get air, you get to the rim, and you jam it through.
High percentage shot. 3:30 to play in the half, and now we've got a whistle and a foul against Dunbar.
Another foul on Langley.
That's 2 on Nathan, who's considered one of the 3 best players
And he's taking a seat right now.
in the city. He'll get a rest.
It's very early for Dunbar, and as I said before, Dunbar is a second-half team. You need Langley in the second half. 2 quick fouls already. Set him down for a while. Let him cool off. Just hope that the rest of your team doesn't let Carroll get too far away from you.
Carroll 3 of 11 from the line and make it 3 of 12. Taylor missed. Tyson spinning down the paint, drew the foul, and nearly got the basket to go with it.
Even though Carroll is not hitting those free throw shots, it is working in their favor because they're drawing the fouls, getting the Dunbar players in trouble. This will get Dunbar to lay off on defense and not be so aggressive. Carroll should be able to get some higher percentage shots because of it.
That last foul was on Tony Parham, his second. Tyson, similar to the first game when we saw Michael Powell, a guy who can take it to the basket and create things. Hits the free throw.
You need that playmaker on your team, the guy that can penetrate and kick it back out to the outside to open things up from the perimeter.
Well, Dunbar getting back in this game from the free throw line. Tyson has been a perfect 6 of 6. And now we've got an official's timeout. 3:23 to play in the first half. Carroll on top of Dunbar, 31-23.
Well, while you're enjoying the first half here between Dunbar and Carroll, don't forget the halftime show coming up here, the Exxon Slam Dunk competition between Good Counsel's Thomas Treadwell, who had a fine showing in the first game this evening, and, of course, Marquise Wright from Spin Guard. 2 guys who can fly.
Savoy gets it stolen away by Tyson, but tries to get it back. They say he was out of bounds. Ball will go to Dunbar.
It's that pressure defense from Dunbar again, paying off for the ball club. The only problem they've had is not been able to convert as often as they probably would like to.
That defense has forced 10 turnovers. Lorenzo Roach with it. Top of the circle, 3-pointer on the way, too short. Rebounded by Durrett, so they'll get another shot. Strong move, Claude Green, but it won't fall, and Coates rebounds for Carroll.
Surprising on that play to see Carroll not contest the shot. Player stayed flat-footed, let the man get the shot off.
Neal nearly threw it away.
There's a turnover.
Green again, behind the back, 3-on-2. Claude Green.
My.
Everything went but the shot. They get a third shot at it and finally score.
Put his name up in lights after that move. Too bad he couldn't convert, but it paid off in the end nonetheless.
31-26. Here comes Carroll in a hurry. Savoy. Philip Savoy comes right back and answers.
I'm sure Carroll would not mind trading baskets at this point, owning a lead in this ball game.
Now they move into the half-court offense. Roach. Jumper up on the way and good. Basket by Michael Gill, his first field goal of the game.
Now, by running the half-court offense, it gives Dunbar a chance to set up their pressure defense, whereas when they're running the ball, they get down court so quickly, they don't get a chance to set up on defense.
And Gill with the steal as they try to get it into Newby. Newby's been quiet here in the second quarter. He had 13 in the first quarter. Tyson drives, whistle, and a foul against Carroll. Stanley Neal whistled for the foul. 33-28, 147 to play in the first half.
Take a look at the replay here. Watch the man drive. You see the bodies colliding right there. That's what you got to do to cut the man off. Got to lay off just a little bit. Give him that space.
Dunbar 7 of 8 from the line. You see 88%. Carroll only 3 of 12. And boy, that could be a difference later on in this game.
We've got to ask the question. The Carroll team has to say, hey, if we had hit those free throws, what type of lead could we have right now?
Earl Tyson is 7 of 7 from the line, has 13 points in the game, and make it 8 of 8, so he has been perfect. Tyson has been the man for Dunbar. They've cut back within 3. Here's Newby. And we were wondering where he was.
There you go. They need to get Marcus Newby involved again. He's the guy that's going to excite this crowd for Carroll and keep their team with that momentum, keep them rolling.
Newby with 17, and it's 35. Oh, Tyson lost his no jump ball.
Surprising no jump ball or traveling on that play.
4-on-1, the alley-oop.
Put his name up in lights.
Marquise Newby.
He's back. He's back. After being quiet for a few minutes, he's back in the ball game. The crowd is back into it. The momentum has swung back to Carroll.
And here's Green with the drive. It won't go, but he draws the foul.
Take a look at the replay.
All right, give Stanley Neal some credit here, Rennie, for a nice pass.
Yeah, Marquise Newby. Showtime. Look at the pass. It almost appeared as though he was going to pull up and shoot the ball, which threw the defender over. Newby, perfect timing to get up and put it down.
That'll kind of fill up the camera. Pretty good jump by the cameraman to get that shot, too, right?
We have leapers on our side as well.
So at the line is Claude Green, and he hits it.
The free throws are paying off for Dunbar this afternoon.
They've only missed one. 37-31 Carroll on top. 106 to play in the second quarter. Green's second one won't go. Rebounded by Coates. Now they go to Newby and a whistle off the ball. I believe we had a push. Foul against Dunbar.
What happened on that was Michael Gill had his arm around Newby as Newby tried to turn to go to the basket to cut him off. Dunbar tried to close down, double-team Newby once he got the ball, prevent him from going to the basket, but the guy is so quick and so tall, he was able to get it and put up a shot attempt. Here's a look at the replay. You see the hand on the back there. That's your foul. Newby still got away. No basket, though.
That was Gill's second foul, and he takes a seat on the bench for Coach Mike McLeish. And back at the line is Marquise Newby.
You see Newby has 19 points on the day. We still have almost a minute remaining in the first half. Give him 20 with that free throw.
They scored 48 earlier this year against Martinsburg up in the St. James tournament. So he is capable of exploding. And he wiggles that one in.
He's an excited player. He's a guy that's trying to get the crowd involved, keep the momentum on the side of the Carroll Lions.
Tyson pushes it up court to Roach. Now Green with it. 45 seconds left in the half. Dunbar spreading out the offense a little bit. Carroll back in the zone. Roach in traffic. A nice dish and a score. Leonard Durrett with the basket, but that was set up by Roach's penetration.
The penetration right there, drawing the defense, and the turnover.
Tyson on the steal. And a nice defensive play as Stanley Neal with a quick move knocked it out of bounds.
The quick hands of Neal coming up with a great turnover there. Prevent the easy basket for Dunbar. Make Dunbar work in the half-court game to get the shot. Here's the replay. The recovery by Neal is tremendous. The speed to get back up court, knock it away cleanly without committing a foul.
Meanwhile, Green misses a jumper off the side of the backboard. It goes out of bounds, and they say Carroll touched it last. So Dunbar will get it back. They're down 6. Tyson puts it on the floor. Scoop shot for 2.
We have seen some tremendous shots being put in today. Stuff that will make the highlight reel for years to come.
Tyson has 18, Rennie, so Tyson and Newby kind of two heavyweights battling it out. Second foul on Tyson.
That's one thing we talked about at the intro of this game, the athletes that are going to take part in this one. Quite a few prime-time players. It's almost as though any of the starting 5 could take over the ball game at any point. We've already seen 3 players today contribute quite a bit to their team's performances.
Claude Green gets a seat as Michael Nabonet. Check it, it was Donnell Brown out. And the free throw good by Neal. Stanley Neal's first point, and now he's got 2. 40-35, a 5-point Carroll lead, 8 seconds left. Nice move, the shot won't go. Carroll rebounds, 3 seconds. Half quarter on the way. Oh! would have counted, but not quite. It's off the front of the rim as Ronald Harrison nearly hit a half-quarter. Well, we've had a good first half.
I tell you, we've already scored more points than we did in 4 quarters, plus a little bit of overtime in the last ball game.
Well, this is what the fans want to see. You got some great talented kids, and they're letting it all out here in the first half. And what Dunbar
Exxon Slam Dunk Championship, the finalists this year from Spingarn, Marquise Wright, and from Good Counsel, Thomas Treadwell. Each of the players will get 2 dunks, and the judges will score the dunks, and a 6 being the lowest, 10 being the best. And the combined total of the 2 dunks, the person with the highest combined total will be the Exxon Slam Dunk champion. Right now, they start out even. The points do not carry over from the preliminary round, so they're starting with 0-0. So the best man's going to win this one. Let's meet the judges for the Exxon Slam Dunk Championship from Channel 7. Our morning weather guy, Dennis. Okay, he's still got another one. He's still got another one. 8s are wild for that dunk. 8s are wild. Now it's Thomas Treadwell. Thomas getting that zone working. Thomas Treadwell. A 10 and 2 9. Second dunk now for Marquise Wright, who trails by 4 points. He's going to make this one count. Yes, sir, 10, 10 and a 9. He's going to make Thomas work for this one. All right, Thomas, you got to put up some big numbers to take this trophy home right here. We need some big numbers now. Getting a good start. Let's hear it. Thomas Treadwell of Good Counsel is the Exxon Slam Dunk champion. We'll be right back to give the trophy to the winner and the runner-up. Congratulations to both guys. All right?
Getting ready to start the second half. About a minute away. It's a 41-35 ball game. Carroll leading Dunbar. You're looking at the 60 men right there. They're having a great time.
Tonight, a scientific, it's the sizable comedy.
We're going to press, and they prepared for it, so we're going to have to make some adjustments this half.
Marquise Newberry's really giving you guys problems, as many problems, I'm sure, as you expected.
Yeah, no question about it. We got to do a better job keeping him off the glass. He had one stretch in there where I think he got 4 or 5 offensive rebounds, and that really hurt us.
Of course, you have to get Nathan Langley back into the ball game, right? He's one of the keys for you.
Yeah, Nathan and Claude, we rushed our shots. We weren't in sync, and I guess that has something to do with the layoff, but hopefully we're shaking that off, and we get after it in the second half.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thanks, Mike.
Mike McLeese, the head coach of Dunbar. Let's go back to Scott and Rennie.
All right, thank you, Mike. And interesting, you hear the coach say, you know, a little out of sync. Feel they can shoot better, and you look at the field goal percentage, and this is a good shooting team. They only shot 31% in the first half.
As opposed to Carroll, which has shot 64% in the first half. You can't beat those type of odds when the other team's beating you to the basket.
Team shooting 64%. I think you got to be happy you're within 6 at halftime.
That's true, but one thing about Carroll or Dunbar, their defense has paid off in the first half. They've gotten the turnovers, which has given them more shot attempts. They just haven't converted as many. That's why they're still hanging in the ball game.
Free throws have been part of the story here in the first half. Dunbar's hit 10 of 12, so that's kind of kept them in the game, 83%, where Carroll shooting 64% from the field, but only shooting 44% from the line, 7 of 16. Tough to figure.
True, but one thing that has made the difference here has been the primetime player, Marquise Newby. He's the guy doing it down low. He's exciting the crowd, getting the whole team pumped up about being in this ball game. And that has been the difference, I think, so far in this one, is that one guy has taken over. Take a look at the first half highlight, our stats right there. You see the shooting percentage, 64% to 31%. 0 of 5 of three-pointers for Dunbar. However, Carroll has hit 2 already.
Run down the individual scoring quickly for you. Claude Green for Dunbar with 6. Nathan Langley has 8. Michael Gill with 2. Leonard Durrett with 2. Earl Tyson leads the Crimson Tide with 16, and Frank Chambers has 1. Over on the other side for Carroll, Stanley Neal with 2. Kelly Taylor with 9. Philip Savoy with 7. Marquise Newby with 21 to lead all scores, and Michael Brown has 2. Newby, 21 points, 8 of 10 from the field, and 5 rebounds to go with it. So he's played a whole game here in the first half.
We'll see if he has the legs to do it in the second half. He seems strong at the finish there. He still had his hands going up in the air on defense, getting the crowd involved with his abilities to put the ball up, down low. But again, Dunbar, as I said before, is a second-half ball club. This is where Carroll's really going to have to tighten up the belt and see what they can do.
All right, Carroll will put it in right in front of us here at center court. Carroll on top, 41-35, and Kelly Taylor flips it back into Tony Parham. See Parham dribbling it up here at Cole Fieldhouse, home of the Maryland Terrapins, and a thrill for these kids to play not only on TV. And now the steal from Dunbar. Langley lays it in for 2.
That's the turnover factor one more time. Get Nathan Langley back into the ball game for Dunbar. He is their spark. He is the man they like to go to.
Langley has 10. Arm, three-pointer on the way, and that's right in the bottom. Kelly Taylor with his second 3 of the game. He has 12. 44-37, Carroll. Dunbar 32-1, Carroll 25-5.
You got to figure that Dunbar knows what to do in these type of circumstances. The team has been in this championship game 4 times in the last 5 years.
Got Carroll Holmes looking on, and here comes Green with a short of the mark 3, just barely caught the front of the rim. But the offensive board and the score from Langley.
Nathan Langley.
What a quick move down on the baseline.
Coming into his own this time around, being the primetime player here in the second half.
And a runner missed off the mark, battle for the rebound. And it's out of bounds. It'll go Carroll's way. Tried to throw it off Kelly
Taylor.
Taylor.
On the line.
Kelly Taylor had fallen down, and they tried to zing the pass off him, but it didn't work.
We talked about those playground moves in the first half. Another playground move right there as you're going out of bounds, trying to throw the ball off the man.
Newby, quadruple team, and they steal it. Tyson and Newby with a good foul because they had a breakaway. Claude Green was going to take it in all by himself. He was up court, and a good foul from Newby.
Keep him off the line, force him to play a half-court ball game. Slows Dunbar up. Now Dunbar has to come up, set up, and create something. Gives Carroll a chance to play some defense.
That's Newby's first foul, and the alley-oop, too strong off a glass. It was well defended, and now Parham brings it up. He's going to fire from 3. Won't go, but it's rebounded by Taylor. Tyson falls down.
Out of control on that play, Earl Tyson was just trying to get around the man, maybe knock the ball out, give one of his teammates a chance to get to it. However, collided with the body, created a foul. Take a look at the replay here. The ball comes off. They're tipping it around. Now watch Tyson come in there. Tries to get his body in front, but just can't quite get around there and get stationary. It's a blocking foul.
And Earl's going to take a seat because Tyson, Dunbar's leading scorer with 16, has just picked up his 3rd with 6:28 to play in the 3rd quarter. Newby on the high post. Zings it down in the corner. 3-pointer on the way off the mark. Battle for the rebound. Here comes Green. Got a defender to beat. He does, but the foul.
It's a nice follow-up there by Nathan Langley. It won't count, however, but nonetheless, it gives Carroll something to think about. Remember, this guy is still able to play in this ball game.
Kelly Taylor picks up his 3rd foul there.
Here's the replay. Watch the ability to control the body here. Take the ball to one side, bring it back, double pump, put it off the glass. It did not go, but you saw Nathan Langley coming there to follow things up.
And Claude Green misses the free throw.
Green's one of the guys that Dunbar wants to get going in this ball game. He averages 17.8 points an outing.
Second one is good. So now they're back within 4. Carroll Lions 44. The Dunbar Crimson Tide 40. 6:15 to play in the 3rd quarter. City title game, and there's a foul as Lorenzo Roach cut off Tony Parham.
Coach McLeese called his troops up, told them to pressure the ball.
That's 3 on Roach. And now we've got a whistle and a timeout call. So the clock is stopped with 6:13 here to play in the third quarter. Carroll 44, Dunbar 40.
Carroll's ahead 44-40, and they have the ball.
Dunbar fans cheering on. Tony Parham with it just across center court. 6:05 to play in the third quarter. This one's for the whole ball of wax. The city title game and a whistle and a foul off the ball. Gets it going against Dunbar, and
that's the battle down low. They're trying to rough up Marquise Newby, make him pay for anything he gets down low. In this case, Dunbar is paying, getting the foul there on Frank Chambers. He will sit down for a little while and rest up.
13 foul against the Crimson Tide. And Kelly Taylor gets it in. Comes back to Parham.
Carroll seems content to slow the ball down, work it around, and try to find the offense that they want to run, not force the issue against Dunbar. Keep those guys out of a track meet.
Try to get it inside to Newby, but it doesn't go this time. It's out of bounds and will go to Dunbar.
Credit Roland Williams on that one for getting up there, tapping the ball back in the Newby, so when it went out of bounds, it was off Carroll. Dunbar gets a shot to come down and close to within 2 or maybe 1.
Green,
pointer.
Yeah, buries the left-hander.
Oh, they get the steal, Nathan Langley, but he steps out of bounds. It'll go the other way back to Carroll.
Well, you just get the feeling that Dunbar's ready to make a move here. Green with a big lift nails the 3, his second 3 of the game. He has 10 points.
Take a look at the replay right here. The quick hands. Nathan Langley almost getting to the ball. It's the slide, maybe a little bit of water out there on the court. Loses it out of bounds.
Here's Parham, picks up the dribble. Off to Taylor. Cross court, 3-pointer on the way, short of the mark. And 2-on-1, here they come.
Oh, my.
A blocking foul call.
What a pass. What a pass. That's something that you could not teach. That takes pure ability to saw something like that on the run.
And now
take a look at the play right here. Between the legs and across to Nathan Langley. Langley almost came up with an incredible shot of his own. Just lost the handle on it going up. Drew the foul nonetheless. He's at the line.
And now Dunbar with a chance to take the lead for the first time since they were up 8-7. Well, it won't happen. Now they can tie it. Langley missed the first of 2. Just a couple of minutes into the game, Dunbar led 8-7. Since then, it's been Carroll. 1-2 for Langley.
You know, Dunbar made it to this game with a record of 32-1, so you got to figure these guys know what to do when they're under pressure, and they seem to be doing it right now, keeping it tight and pecking away at that lead.
Parham dribbles through traffic. Now gets double-teamed in the corner, gets it back to Taylor. Taylor, there's where they want it. Newby, and he draws the foul.
As I said before, make Newby pay for all of the times he gets the ball down low. Don't give him the easy shot. You wear him out by fouling him, by hitting him, by just being physical with the guy down low.
Well, it's Dunbar running into some foul trouble. Roach has 3. Gill has 3. Tyson has 3.
Well, Scott, you know, that is the downside of playing a physical ball game.
I think Mike McLeese has a little more depth to his bench, though. He's run several players through as Newby hits the first. Newby with 21 in the first half. That's his first point here in the second half with 4:54 to play in the third quarter.
You may have noticed Claude Green walked over from Dunbar and told me something, probably to shake the guy up and see how he responds to this free throw. It worked.
He missed it, but a whistle and a foul on Carroll on the rebound. Philip Savoy.
When you're playing the game of basketball in a championship situation, you use anything you can to throw the other team off. That time, a few words worked in Dunbar's favor.
Trash out there.
Just a little bit.
Now pressure in the backcourt.
Dunbar breaks it right up the middle. And a travel call.
That's one of the few times that Carroll has gone to the full court press.
Leonard Durrett took an extra step. The attendance here this afternoon at Cole Fieldhouse, 8,000 on hand to watch the city title game here, as Mike McLeese isn't too happy, either with the play or with the call. I guess the play. No doubt about that one.
Well, it was an easy opportunity to go up by a couple of points had they converted that fast break.
Newby out in the corner, puts it on the floor through traffic and missed the shot. Rebound loose, and Green's got it. Great feet up ahead, a little too long for Durrett. And it's getting crazy now as Parham gets fouled. Parham fouled by Lorenzo Roach, and that's going to be his fourth.
It's a little chaotic on that play. They got a big scramble down here at the other end of the court. Dunbar tried to get the ball. Maybe 4 of their players touched it on that turnover. No one could quite get the handle on it, and you see Coach McLeese, he's not at all happy.
So Lorenzo Roach, who has not scored but has picked up his 4th foul. Here's your turnovers. Carroll has turned the ball over 16 times. Dunbar 10. Carroll with a 1-point lead, 45-44, 4:20 to play. Third quarter, they've got the ball. Kelly Taylor.
See Nathan Langley doing some shadow dancing there.
Good job inside as they try to pass it down low, and Roland Williams deflected it.
Well, Coach will always tell you when you're playing defense, keep the hands up. Don't let the guy have vision to see his other players. And that's what Dunbar is doing by getting up in the face of the Carroll players and keeping their hands in the air.
Kelly Taylor stops the dribble, nearly walked there, lost his balance. This is Neal. Down to Newby, and he draws a 2-shot foul. He got hit hard. Marquise Newby a little slow getting up this time.
You hate to see something like that happen. You don't want to see a player get hurt, but this is a physical ball game down low. Take a look at the replay. Watch Newby go up. He's going to have to redirect his shot, and he takes quite a shot to the head. Roland Williams delivering the blow.
And if you're Marquise Newby, you make him pay by hitting the free throws.
And that he does right there.
46-44. Carroll's lead is 2. There's Carroll Holmes yelling instructions to his lines. 1 out of 2. So Dunbar now can tie with a deuce or take the lead if they hit a 3. Green's their 3-point shooter. He gives the basketball up to Roach, who's playing with 4 fouls. And a foul against a turnover.
Well, right there, Dunbar blew a chance to take advantage of a golden opportunity. You had Nathan Langley standing 6 foot 3 inches in height, being guarded by a much shorter player in Stanley Neal, who's only 5 foot 8. However, Dunbar was not able to get the other side of the court and into Langley's hands.
Little mismatch, and they get it down low to Kelly Taylor, and it pops in there. Taylor has 14, and the lead up to 4. 48-44, Carroll leads. Baseline. Strong move to the hole, but no hoop. Down to Kelly Taylor, and he is fouled by Green. Green didn't like the call, but he hit him.
That's a fairly hard foul to call. Both players going up for the ball. You give it to the offensive player in this situation. You see the frustrations taking on right there. The players want something to happen. Dunbar frustrated. They're 32-1 going into this ball game. There's the replay. You see the bodies collide again. You usually go with the offensive player in that type of situation, although both guys appear to be going for the basketball.
Rennie, Dunbar in trouble with their guards as far as fouls are concerned now. Because Roach has 4, and both Green and Tyson have 3. That could be a factor in the 4th quarter.
You see the team fouls there. Dunbar with 7, Carroll with 4, so Dunbar's already into the penalty. That means every time they hack somebody, someone's going to the line.
Kelly Taylor can't take advantage of it, but the rebound by Carroll, and now we've got a whistle and a foul call. Marcus Newby up on the back. Savoy had good position, looked like he might be able to score, but couldn't get the shot down, and then the foul from Newby, his 2nd.
One of those situations where the guy's coming over the back. You try to out-jump the guy, you just don't quite do it. You still get a hand on the ball, you end up on his back.
Right down the middle, Green.
Taking it right to him. Taking it right to him.
Claude Green now with a dozen. 48-46, the lead back to 2. Kelly Taylor deep in the corner, picks up the dribble. All over him, it's Lorenzo Roach, and finally gets it off. Back to Taylor. 14-footer, good.
One of the things about Carroll, they are satisfied with being able to pull up and shoot from the outside. They're not necessarily forcing the issue by trying to get the ball inside the paint each time.
And there's a great move right through traffic, Nathan Langway. Back to Savoy. Off to Newby, over a triple team, no good, but he drew a 2-shot foul.
And that's on Nathan Langley.
And Nathan now has 3. So Roach with 4, Green with 3, Langley with 3, Gill with 3, and Tyson with 3.
The thing to watch now is see how the foul trouble is going to loosen up the defense and allow for Carroll to get off some shots. What's going to probably happen is that Dunbar is going to have to look for the rebounds now because he can't get up in the faces of the players and risk hitting someone and getting a foul and sending one to the free throw line.
Yeah, and if you're Carroll, you want to get it into Newby, let him go to work, and if he can't score, draw those fouls.
One advantage that Carroll has, Newby isn't just the only player they have doing the job today. He's able to kick the ball out. Other guys are scoring. So let him draw the defense, throw it back out to the outside, and go for that jump shot.
Newby now has 23. Kelly Taylor was 16, and he got the second one. And a timeout is called. So 2:25 to play in the third quarter. Carroll leads Dunbar by 3. It's 51-48. We'll be back to Cole Fieldhouse right after this. 3, and in some foul trouble. Roach and Green at the guards. That's Tyson. He's back in the game without his headband. I think he forgot it over on the bench. Hardly recognize it. Green from 3. Up over the basket and out of bounds to Carroll.
Dunbar playing a bit slower coming out after that timeout there. Kind of worked the ball around, look for the long-range shot.
Check and see if Tyson appears to be a little quicker without the headband. Slow him down just a step.
It takes a couple of ounces off of the body weight.
Stanley Neal now as they spread out the offense. In the quarter to Coates. Coates in trouble, looking for help. And finally kicks it back to Neal. 1:45 to play in the third quarter. 51-48 Carroll. Neal nearly lost it to Newby. Up strong, and he draws the foul. Michael Gill has picked up his 4th.
You look at Marquise Newby, you see a guy who stands 6'5", but he doesn't carry a lot of body weight. However, when he goes to the hoop, he goes to the hoop very strong. You're looking at the field goal percentage right there. Dunbar is out shooting Carroll at this point, 63% to 33%. However, the score is in favor of Carroll.
Yeah, that's here in the third quarter. Newby with 24 points, 8 of 12 from the line, and he'll shoot a couple. Hasn't scored a field goal in the second half, but he's been at the line.
What's going on is that the defense is collapsing down on him underneath the basket, and instead of kicking it back out, Newby is going on and putting up a shot. He's not making the shot, however, he's getting the free throws, and he's shooting about 50% from the free throw line here in the second half.
4 of 8 from the line in the second half. It's a 4-point Carroll lead, 52-48. Green playing catch with it with Tyson. Tyson, Green from 3, won't go. Offensive board. Well, they had it for a minute, and then Newby picked it up.
It's one thing to be able to jump and get your hands on the ball. It's another thing to have strength. You got to be strong enough to hold on to it. And in that case, you saw Roland Williams lose the ball out of bounds.
Roach came across and made a good defensive play, knocked it out of bounds to spoil the break. Kelly Taylor, a threat from outside with the basketball. Stops, pops, short of the mark, gets his own rebound. Fall away, and it's good. Taylor with a big third quarter. He scored 9 in the quarter, has 18 for the game.
That's 2 points above his season average of 16. Great hustle on that one to follow up his own shot and get the quick bucket.
Tyson trying to create something, gets it inside. Rejected. Here comes Carroll, 4-on-1. Taylor to Newby. Look out below.
He's pumped now. The crowd is into it. It's an 8-point advantage.
Newby's first field goal here in the second half.
Take a look at the replay. Marquise Newby. Showtime.
And it's an 8-point lead. Time running out in the quarter. As Carroll has gone on an 8-0 run.
You got to figure Dunbar knows something. They're not coming unglued. They're keeping their poise. Trying to work for the final shot here. 3-pointer.
Tyson from 3. Out of bounds. It'll go Carroll's way. 3.8 seconds left in the quarter. Let's see if Coates tries to throw it up around half court. Got 3.8 seconds. You don't want to turn it over and give him something easy. Kelly Taylor looks up at the clock. fires from half court. It's no good. So Carroll opens up a little breathing room here late in the third quarter. We're headed to the final quarter in the city title game. It's Carroll 56, Dunbar 48. Back with the final 8 minutes. Pointer, no good. Offensive board, blocked by Newby. Back up again with it. Well, he stuck with it. Leonard Durrett had it blocked by Newby, but went right back up and hit 56-50.
That's one thing about a championship team. You're always going to keep fighting. You're not going to let something get you down.
Don't get intimidated, right?
No. Newby can't intimidate you.
Savoy gets it off to Neal. Neal in some traffic. Back to Taylor. His shot partially blocked. And here comes Dunbar.
Quick bucket here.
Tyson.
Oh! My.
Kelly Taylor with the block. They wanted a goaltending call. Mike McLeese wants a goaltending call. Take a look. Is it goaltending?
No.
I don't think so.
Not from that angle. You can't tell. Looks like the ball was still on its way up. Here it is, a little better angle to see it from the slam cam. Looks like it's in the cylinder. If it's in the cylinder, it does count as goaltending, but the referee see it otherwise.
I don't think it was in the cylinder. That angle a little deceiving.
You know, I need glasses.
And now a foul as Green gets hacked by Kelly Taylor. And that's 4 on Taylor, who's had a big game. Taylor with 18 points. He's hit 8 of 12 from the field, and Carroll could be in trouble if they lose him, because then they kind of become a one-man show with Newby on the offensive end.
Not a bad show to turn to, though. Newby's playing quite the game.
Right now it's Claude Green at the free throw line. His team down 6, and he missed. Green's one of the top shooters on the Crimson Tide, and he needs to knock down these free throws. Stanley Neal in.
Kelly Taylor taking a seat there after that fine block shot.
And Taylor sitting down with the 4 fouls. Second free throw good. 1 of 2. That gets Dunbar back within 5. Remember, Dunbar riding a 28-game win streak. #1 team in the area. The Metro Conference champions, Carroll Lions, trying to pull that upset. Newby inside, and he drew the foul. Used his body to protect himself and got hammered by Roland Williams.
Smart move by Newby on that one. He knows he's going to get fouled. Puts something up there to protect himself. Still throws the ball up so he can go to the free throw line and shoot. Marcus Newby having a big day. 27 points and 7 rebounds. He can add to that total right now. First 28.
Yeah, first one good. 57-51. 7:01 left to play. There's Carroll Holmes yelling out instructions to the Carroll Lions. Newby got them both.
About the first time in the second half he's gone to the line and hit both of his free throws.
Tyson brings it up. Nearly threw it away. Now Tyson right down the middle. Oh! Slammed down, but a foul, and that's Michael Brown, who's had some pretty awesome blocks. He nearly tore the roof off the place when he went up for that one.
Look at that. He blocked it with his wrist. That's how high he went up to get a hold of that ball. Got him with the body on the end of it. That's why the man will end up at the free throw line.
Well, Tyson was on his way up. Brown was on his way down. And it was SWAT time.
As they say, when those two trains collide, it goes bump.
Tyson hits the first. Second one off, and 1 of 2. They battle for the rebound. And Green has it. Left hands it up. No foul. Durrett with it, and he scores. Nice spring as Leonard Durrett got up over the crowd. Here they come the other way. Newby in the paint. Jump shot off the mark.
Much better defense that time by Williams. Just stood in Newby's face, made him commit and try to take a shot. Came up empty.
And you saw Tyson say, let's settle down and do what we want to do here. Is kind of taking charge. Dunbar now down just 4, 58-54. Langley's open. Won't go. In and out offensive board. Loose on the floor. Shot missed out of bounds. It'll go to Carroll. Roland Williams had a couple of shots at it, but was kind of in bad position, Rennie. He was underneath the basket, couldn't really get back and get in good shape.
Carroll's defense forcing him down low like that, so he's getting in, off position.
Timeout called, 6:14 to play in the final quarter. Carroll 58, Dunbar 54. We'll be back.
6 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in this year's city title game. Carroll leads it by 4 points, 58-54 over Dunbar. It has definitely been a battle all the way.
We say 6:14. It could be longer. Our first game went into overtime. Anacostia and Good Counsel battled 46-44, an overtime win for the Indians.
Dunbar going back to the pressure defense here, going to put the full court press on, trying to get that turnover. They've been very successful throughout the game using this defense.
Neal across court to Parham. He's double teamed. It comes right back to Neal, who breaks the press. Now a reach-in foul there. Nathan Langley has picked up his fourth, and that's a stupid foul. That'll drive a coach crazy. Got your best player with 3 and way out away from the basket out near half court. He just reaches in, and now he's in trouble. May have to sit him down.
Dunbar, of course, in deep foul trouble in the bonus, so every time someone gets hacked, they're going to go to the line.
Stanley Neal hits it. Neal with 3 points. He's 3 of 3 from the line. 59-54 Carroll. Go ahead, Rennie.
What Langley might want to do is just back off on defense and become the offensive weapon for Dunbar. Stay out of foul trouble and just be relied upon for the points.
Here comes Claude Green. He can drain that 3 if they leave him open. Langley got stripped, and here comes Carroll. Parham with it. Slowed it down and lost it out of bounds. And it'll go Red's way. Dunbar will get it back, and what must have gone off his foot. So everything key now as the possessions become so important. 5:45 left. Green looking to penetrate. Fires one on the run. Doesn't go. Tipped up. No good. And finally it's controlled inside by Brown, and he's fouled. Michael Brown fouls, or he'll walk down the other end and shoot 1 and 1.
That's certainly not what Dunbar wants right now. However, the team is kind of forced into the situation because they need the turnovers. They need to take the ball away and get that quick bucket and keep the clock on their side and hopefully sway the scoreboard back into their favor as well.
Well, now Dunbar has lost Michael Gill. That was his 5th foul.
Gill was the tallest player on the court in this game, standing 6'7", which was something to keep Marquise Newby from doing his thing down low for Carroll.
Gill fouls out with 2 points. And here's Michael Brown at the line. He is 0 for 3 from the stripe. And he missed this one. Ball loose in the corner, out of bounds. It'll go to Dunbar.
Actually, Carroll's going to get possession of that one.
Sorry about that. You're right. Carroll will put it in. Stanley Neal. 5-point lead and the possession. Newby looking for some help. Gets it up top to Taylor. Now Parham.
Carroll just going to move things around, try to get the defense out of position, try to get a couple of the defenders to collide, free up a man. There you go, right there.
The little guy down low.
Didn't take it, though.
Stanley Neal, a 5'8" senior. Thought twice about it, out of bounds. Back to Carroll. Now some changes as Coach Mike McLeese brings in his offensive players. Tyson and Langley both back in. Langley now with 4 fouls, so I think he had a little chat with him. Said, hey, I need you.
I would imagine that he told him to lay off on the defense somewhat. Yeah, front your man, but don't try to press the issue.
5 minutes left to play. Carroll with a 59-54 lead. Spreading out the offense. Now they get it to Newby. Newby, strong move. Got loose, but missed it. Brown with the offensive board. His shot won't go. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunbar. And Carroll will get another shot at it.
Luck is on their side on this end of the court. You watch the Dunbar players on defense. They're just sticking the hands straight up. They're not trying to get anywhere near the players. They don't want to get those cheap fouls.
Newby out on top to Parham. He's guarded closely by Tyson. Now the double team on Neal. Pops it from 15, too strong, and Durrett rebounds. Tyson looking for an opening. Spin move, throws up. Not a good shot, and it's rebounded by Newby. He was out of control, and I'm sure that's the shot his coach didn't want him to take.
You don't want to take a shot like that on your end when you don't have your men down low. You need them down low to get that second chance basket by getting the rebound. No one was there. Easy rebound for Marquise Newby.
Neal double team, gets it off the Parham, and a traveling call.
The turnover is just as good as a rebound in some cases.
Yeah. Here's a look at the pass. The collision and the travel.
I don't know.
Something happened there. Kelly Taylor's checked back in for Carroll. This is Claude Green with it. Down low, Langley turnaround.
Quick timeout. Get Langley involved in the ball game. Get the team settled down on the sidelines. Tell them, look, you got to play some defense, but not as tight as you've been playing it before. Look for the second chance basket.
Langley with 17. 59-56 Carroll. We'll be back with the final 3:58 right after this. It's going to tell you that Dunbar's outscored them 8-3 here in the fourth quarter, and Carroll has yet to hit a field goal in the quarter. They're 0 for 6 from the field.
Carroll has been able to go to the line a few times, so that's probably one of the things that's keeping them out ahead right now. Dunbar is playing that pressure defense, pushing the ball back up the court, trying to get those quick shots off.
59-56. Carroll has the lead in the ball. 3:55 to play in the fourth quarter. This is the city title game. Bragging rights for the whole year. You can win this one. Kelly Taylor and Parham as they spread out the offense to Michael Brown. Dunbar in some foul trouble, so they have to be careful who's taking the fouls for them. And now Carroll wants to talk about it.
You notice how the Dunbar defense laid off, played passively. Although they fronted their men, they did not press the issue.
Carroll Holmes huddling around his Carroll Lions. But if you're Dunbar, you got to be careful, because there may come a point where they have to take some fouls, but you have to be careful who's taking those fouls, because they have so many players in foul trouble. We mentioned Langley playing out there with 4, and Tyson. He has 3. They've already lost 1 player with fouls, so the fouls really piling up against the Crimson Tide.
Even though they're issuing the fouls, they haven't been hurt that much by them, because Carroll has not shot very well from the free throw line.
Marquise Newby was a man, 21 in the first half. Has 29 now. Has scored a couple of free throws here in the fourth quarter. And the leading scorer for Dunbar, Nathan Langley, has 16. And Earl Tyson with 17.
Watch Nathan Langley, number 22 in red, when he plays defense. He is laying off of his man. He is now in this ball game to be an offensive weapon for Dunbar. What they need from him are points, plain and simple.
Dunbar cheerleaders doing their thing.
You know, sometimes cheerleading can be just as tiring as playing a whole ball game.
Dunbar looking for their 29th straight win, trying to wrap up the city championship, but they're going to have to come from behind to do it. Carroll with the ball, up 3. Parham guarded closely there by Lorenzo Roach, who's playing with 4 fouls. Get it off to Newby as he has to step out to help out. Back to Parham. Still plenty of time, 3:20 left, and there's a travel. Savoy took a step, thought about taking the shot, then decided to put it on the floor, and in between all that, travel.
Dunbar up in the players' faces. When they're up there, the defenders are talking to the Carroll team, maybe taking their concentration away a bit. The cheap turnover there you saw.
Durrett, they bounce it to Langley. That's the man they want to have it, and it won't fall. Hung on the rim for what seemed like a day. Out of bounds, it'll be Carroll's basketball.
They called a foul down low on Roland Williams.
Okay, a push-off.
Take a look at the replay. Williams in there battling for the ball. You see him just kind of push with his body. You got him with the behind. And a little bit of acting on the other end. Foul goes in Carroll's favor.
So Philip Savoy at the line, his first free throw attempts on the afternoon.
Mike McLeish, you saw him on the sideline. He's looking at Carroll Holmes right now. Two coaches with some fine athletes on the court, both playing different ball games at this point.
And Savoy can't hit it. And Durrett up high for the rebound.
What you have right now is Carroll just trying to hang on while Dunbar is trying to fight back and get into it. And
Green to tie it. Oh! Claude Green had shoot in his eyes all the way up court. He just stopped and fired it. We're tied at 59.
Is it his birthday today?
It might be.
Oh, Nathan Langley.
And now Dunbar can take the lead. 2:34 left. And here comes Green bringing it up.
Dunbar has to control the emotion right now. They cannot get caught up in this. They're coming back. They've got to slow it down and play the game with their heads as well as their body.
Carroll back in a 2-1-2 zone, giving them a little different look here.
You see the turnovers there. 20 by Carroll, only 12 by Dunbar. That has kept Dunbar in this ball game, kept it close.
Green backs up the dribble, calling out instructions to Roach. And now Roach is going to fire a three. He got it. Lorenzo Roach's first points of the game, the biggest three of the game, perhaps.
You see the crowd erupting. The momentum is in favor of the Dunbar Crimson Tide at this point.
Back-to-back threes, and now we've got a blocking foul against Dunbar. And that's going to be number 5 on Lorenzo Roach, who just hit the big three to give him the lead. Dunbar on an 11-1 run.
Well, we'll see if that put a pin in the bubble. Nathan Langley's limping around out there. Let's take a look at the replay one more time. You see him move right in front, right there, lose control of his body, and grab a hold as he goes by. That's a foul.
Langley hobbling up court now, trying to run it off. Maybe just got kicked or... Taylor, 18 points at the line. His team now trailing by 3. Dunbar 62. Carroll 59, and it's getting loud in Coalfield House.
The crowd is becoming a factor. The 6th man. Okay. One advantage that the free throw shooters have is that there aren't anyone sitting in the seats directly behind the basket, so you don't have the hand wave, you don't have the distractions.
Carroll still hasn't scored a field goal here in the 4th quarter. Taylor's second one also good.
You got to credit Carroll on their side.
So Kelly Taylor drains a couple of free throws. It's a 1-point game. Dunbar up 62-61. And Carroll has called a timeout here with 1:45 left in the game.
What do you think Archbishop Carroll is talking about down there in that huddle?
Winning the game. Plain and simple, right? But you're right. They're trying to regroup, and I'm sure what's happening in that huddle right now is Carroll Holmes is trying to tell them, hey, come on, we can win this game. He's trying to restore their confidence because they had it going their way, and then Dunbar comes and hits back-to-back threes, and, boy, that can knock the life right out of a team. So I think he's trying to restore some confidence.
There's one thing that Dunbar knows. They've been here before. They've won 6 city titles in their school history. They know what it takes to win. As you said before, they're on a 28-game win streak. Probably what Coach McLeish is telling them right now is just settle down, guys. We have 1:45 to play. Just play your style of ball game, and it's going to come out in your favor.
Dunbar has outscored Carroll 12-0 from the field this quarter. Dunbar with 2 threes and 3 twos. And for Carroll, it's been nothing but free throws. They've hit 5 free throws, and that's it here in the 4th quarter with 1:45 left.
Still plenty of time for them to heat up and get a couple of shots going. Again, that three-point shot has changed the game of basketball so much.
Lorenzo Roach, only 4 fouls. He's still in the game. So he's still alive as it comes into Green. Dunbar up by 1. They've got the ball. Green drives into the paint, lays it up, won't go. Langley with the rebound. He flips it up. Shot up, counted, and a foul.
Oh, my.
Roland Williams with the basket and the foul.
Hustled down low, staying with the play and not giving up. Nathan Langley was completely denied down low. Roland Williams was right there. He got the ball, put it up, forced it up, got the foul and scored. There you see Langley. He tried to shoot it, but it was a nice pass. Look at Roland Williams come around the other side, go off the glass, and score.
Rennie Lorenzo Roach hadn't scored the whole game. He hits a 3 to give him the lead, and now Roland Williams, who also hadn't scored, scores the biggest basket of his high school career, probably.
Opportunity to convert a three-point play with this free throw.
64-61. Now it's 65-61. And now Carroll needs something good to happen to them. They need to restore some confidence, down 4.
Carroll has to be aware of the clock, though, and know that there's still plenty of time. No need to rush and pressure it just yet. Work for your best shot and take it.
You see the time left, 1:13. Try to get it to Newby. He was triple team. Bad pass. They try to force it in. And now Dunbar will take their time.
He is their showtime player. And sometimes someone else has to step up for you, especially in this time, because Dunbar knows you're going to try to get it into Newby each time.
Tyson to Green. He's going to take a 10-footer. Won't go. Rebounded, blocked by Brown. Off to Taylor. Taylor working the baseline, and a whistle and a travel.
Interesting defensive styles in this game. Carroll is laying off, letting Dunbar take the shots on the other end of the court. Dunbar is pressuring Carroll.
And what a big play by Michael Brown. It didn't turn out into points, but Brown with a terrific block kept the ball in play. But then they turn it over on the travel call.
I think Carroll now knows that their shots got to come from the perimeter. They've got to go out the three-point land and put something up. You see Coach McLeish right there getting some instructions from his assistant coaches. Now he's going to go into the huddle and tell his guys what to do. 44.2 seconds remaining.
We only have Carroll taking 6 field goal attempts this whole quarter, 0 for 6.
Take a look at the replay right here on the turnover. Getting right in front of the net of the man there. Maybe he had position.
Taylor with the
hard one to call right there. There's Dunbar on the other end on offense. You see the Carroll defense lets the man penetrate and take the open shot.
Well, that's a shot that Green is normally going to hit, but with time on your side, maybe you don't even take that shot. You keep the ball and
make the ball back out.
Because the time's really on your side. There were about 50 seconds left. They were up by 4 points. So here's the situation. Dunbar 65, Carroll 61, 44 seconds left to play. Dunbar will inbound it in the backcourt. Nathan Langley, the trigger man, and he gets it into Tyson. That's the man they want with the ball.
Quick foul. 3 seconds tick off the clock.
Savoy on the foul.
What you do now is you start looking at the faces of the players. You notice that Dunbar is looking very confident. The players feel as though they've got this game. You look at Carroll, they're somewhat frustrated, thinking, how do we let this one get away? What went wrong?
And Earl Tyson at the line. Good. He'll get the bonus shot. 66-61, 41 seconds left. There's Mike McLeish trying to run his win streak to 29 and up his record to 33-1. Tyson got them both. Tyson with 19 in the game. And now Carroll's got to do something in a hurry. They're down 6.
Carroll has to play from beyond the three-point line. The Dunbar defense is going to meet him around the perimeter the entire time.
There's a good shot.
Oh!
Philip Savoy with the 3.
Make it interesting for us. 67-64, 25.7 seconds remaining. As I said before, Carroll has to shoot from the three-point line. Now, if you're Dunbar, what do? Do you hold onto the ball and hope that Carroll doesn't take it from you and hit from three-point land?
Yeah, I think you want to get it in the hands of your ball handlers who can shoot free throws, because I think they're going to have to foul and foul quick. So I would think Tyson probably going to get the inbound pass, and they got a good shot. I mean,
that's the replay right there of Philip Savoy hitting the three-pointer to make it a three-point ball game with 25 seconds remaining. Dunbar, I think, still needs to take another basket, get somewhat of a cushion, force Dunbar to have to, or force Carroll to have to take 2 shots in order to either tie it or win it.
Well, the worst thing that can happen if you're Dunbar, if you take care of the basketball and don't turn it over, you're going to wind up at the free throw line and maybe only have to hit 1 free throw to give yourself a 4-point lead, and that might be enough. But a lot of things can happen in 25.7 seconds.
The story unfolds. You see the hardware right there. That's what the players are playing for. That and bragging rights for 1 year as the city title holder for 1993.
Dunbar's outscored them 16-6 to open up this lead. Now we've got a whistle and an immediate foul.
Foul.
Stanley Neal. And Earl Tyson, who just hit a couple, back to the line.
Well, what actually would be in favor of Dunbar right now is for Tyson to hit one, miss the second one, and hope for the rebound. Kick it around for a while to run the clock down.
Tyson 11 of 12 from the free throw line, so that's who they want there, and that's why. 69-64. 68-64. Can make it 69 with this one, and it wiggles out. So it's a 4-point lead.
Now watch the Dunbar defense. They're going to come out and meet their men.
Kelly Taylor, good outside shooter.
Phillips Savoy.
There he's open again.
Oh, rims out.
Doesn't go. Battle for the rebound. Tyson's got it. He's going to hang on to it. 10 seconds. 9. And finally fouled with 8.9 seconds left. Tyson will go back to the line. And he's just about can ice it with a couple here.
You see the fans that are going crazy. They believe this one's in hand for Dunbar. Tough game for Marquise Newby of Carroll. He's played an outstanding ball game throughout. Hate to see a guy like that go out losing this ball game. However, he shouldn't go out with his head down because he has played a fine one today.
Newby 29 points in the game. Tyson 12 of 14 from the line, and he can't get it. Missed 2 straight. Parham fires up the 3.
Oh.
Newby with the rebound, scores, and that's going to do it. And the celebration's out at center court. The kids from Dunbar make it 29 straight, finish 33-1, and they are the city title champions.
Their 7th city title in school history.
68-66 the final. We'll be back right after this.
A big come-from-behind victory for Coach Mike McLeese and company.
First of all, I got to say hello to my son. He's at home sick, and all the guys at Sports 2 Barbershop. You too, Tony.
Unbelievable finish to this game. You guys were down. It didn't look too good coming down the stretch.
No, it didn't, but these guys have hung in there all year long, and they make me look good. I've just been along for the ride. They played extremely hard all season, and they deserve everything that they receive.
Nathan, this is what you work for. You were the game's most valuable player, 17 points. How does it feel?
It feels great, you know. I was thinking, you know, I was real mad and everything because we wasn't doing like we were supposed to. You know, we were playing defense. We couldn't just, you know, get the lead on them. But fourth quarter, we just played defense, got the rebounds, and you know, turned around for us.
Coach, what turned this game around for you guys? Marquise Newby seemed to have the boards all to himself, and they were controlling the tempo of the game as well. What turned the game around?
We got after it defensively. We got some steals. Claude and Lorenzo hit a couple big threes for us, and that got the crowd into it, and the bench got into it, and we finally got in sync. It seemed like we were out of sync the whole ball game, and things just worked out for us.
Has it sunk in yet? Champions, city title champions.
Yeah, it sunk in, no question about it. It's a great feeling. You know, this is what you start back in November, and as I told the guys before the game that it's only 2 teams left, and they played hard, and they deserve everything they got.
Coach, congratulations. Nathan, congratulations. You guys played a great basketball game and definitely a great representative from your conference.
Thanks, Mike.
It was nice to see you.
Okay.
Now there's Coach Mike McLeese and Nathan Langley. 68-66 is your final. Dunbar is your city title champion. It was a great finish, wasn't it, Scott and Rennie?
Oh, yeah,
great game.
It was. You know, one thing, Coach McLeese thanked the guys at the barbershop.
Yeah, right.
And here he is surviving a close shave today. Somewhat ironic, I might add.
Close shave. We had an overtime in the first game and 2-pointer for the title. You can't ask for better high school basketball. The fans had a great day. I'll tell you one other thing. Earl Tyson, 20 points for the winners, hit some key free throws. He was very valuable, too. And then Newby, of course, with 31
Certainly
on the other side for Carroll.
Certainly a team effort. One thing about this ball club from Dunbar, they've always been behind in the first half, fought hard in the second half. They've won 29 straight games. When you play like that, you know you can finish it out in the end, and I think they stayed confident throughout the ball game and never gave up. There was ample time in there to give up along the way.
They outscored them 20-10 in the fourth quarter. That was the difference. They hit the 2 big threes, and they weren't going to be stopped after that.
But, you know, we got to give a hand to Marquise Newby. The guy played an incredible ball game this afternoon. When things were on his side, he was exciting the crowd, exciting his team. When the things weren't going that great, he was exciting the crowd and exciting the team and exciting us. You look right there, the championship trophy. That's what these guys played for today. That's what's going home with the guys from Dunbar High School.
Toyota truck.
Title game. Marquise Newby, the story of the first half. The Carroll big man goes airborne for the alley-oop slam. Newby with 21 of his 31 points at intermission as the Lions led 41-35. But Dunbar showed just why they are the top-ranked team in the area. In the final minutes, Lorenzo Roach hits his only bucket of the day, a clutch three-pointer for the Crimson Tide lead. The relentless inside work of the Tide puts it away. Now watch, after the miss inside, you'll see Roland Williams muscle in for the rebound. Goes back up in traffic, gets it to fall. Dunbar, the victor, they finished the year 33-1 and captures their 7th city championship.
Feels great. 10th grade year, we didn't get it. We kept working hard, went back to the gym. Everybody's dedicated to this team. So we all came, just won it, man. Great. Feels good.
Well, the good news, Dunbar outscored the Lions 20-10 in the fourth quarter, including an 11-1 stretch. Claude Green's three-pointer ties the game at 59, and then teammate Lorenzo Roach bombs away for 3 more, and Dunbar has its first lead since early in the game, 62-59. Roland Williams then put the finishing touches on this one, and Dunbar wins the city title for the 4th time in the last 6 years, 68-64.
Feels great, Mike. I'm exhausted right now. I really am, and I haven't felt this way all season. But as I said earlier, these guys have worked extremely hard, and they deserve everything they get. I just been along for the ride, man.
At College Park, Mike Cairns, News 7 Sports.
1, 2, 3,
against Dunbar, but Dunbar prevails, winning their 7th city title in a thriller, 68-66. At Cole Fieldhouse, first half, Carroll in white. Tony Karam bringing up the ball. It's picked by Nathan Langley. He goes in for the jam. Langley had 17 points. He was the game's MVP, but Carroll led 41-35 at the half. Second half, Earl Tyson drives. Frank Chambers is blocked. Stanley Neal to Kelly Taylor to Marquise Newby. Look at Newby score for the jam there. However, Dunbar comes back late in the game, tied at 59. Lorenzo Roach had only 3 points in the game, none bigger than this one right here. The three-pointer, Dunbar comes from behind. They win it 68-66. 29 straight wins now for Dunbar, their 7th city.